Hi folks, thanks for stopping by. Today is Thursday. It's January 17th, 2013. This is my 45 ACP. It's a Glock 21, and I got it riding in a Bianchi Model 82 holster, security holster. I kind of like it a lot. Anyway, what I decided to do was go ahead and spice things up a little bit and change, or have the ability to change, this Glock 21 into a 10mm carbine. So let's take a look at that. If you'll bear with me, please. Where are we? Alright, so let me move this a little bit closer here. Here it is. And this upper, it's an upper receiver, which you can go ahead and order. You don't need to go through all the usual bureaucratic paperwork and whatnot. But this is an upper made by Mech Tech. Maybe some of you guys have heard of them before. Okay? And what it is you can take your upper receiver off of your Glock 21. And of course they make them in different calibers. And you can go ahead and slide on this upper receiver and convert it from a 45 ACP into a 10mm carbine. So this is what we'll do. Now, when I got it, there's a variety of different options that you can get from Mech Tech, and I decided to get these AR-15 sights. Okay. Where are we? Yeah, AR-15 sights. The front sight and the rear sight also. There we go. And here's the booklet that came with it. Right. Just a real quick look at that. And what it is you take your low receiver and you're going to get one of these little gizmos here. I guess you could call it a bullet feed ramp. I'll show you in just a second here. Just one of these little things right here. Come here, camera. Okay. Anyway. And we'll go ahead and assemble this. So stand by, folks. I'm going to show that to you just in 1 second. Oh. Alright. Take the old 45 here. We'll clear it. I'm going to take this magazine out. This is the 45 ACP magazine. Okay. 13 shot magazine. Lay that aside. Lock the slide to the rear. Inspect the chamber. Of course, there is nothing in it. 2, 3, safe direction. Bang. It's clear. Alright. So we'll go ahead and take this off. Come here, buddy. And now this is the tricky part. Okay, let me see if I can get a wider view on this. what you're going to have to do is you take this little gizmo feed ramp thing and you put it here. I guess this is what guides the bullets in. Okay? If it'll just stay put it there. And you have to slide that onto the upper receiver. Okay? Now, the hard part is, or not the hard part, but the most important part is see your tabs here? Okay? When you go to put the upper receiver onto this, you're going to have to watch to see that these tabs rise up and then go down, and you're going to hear a visible click. You're going to see these go up and down, and you're going to hear a click. If you don't see that happen, if you don't hear that click, this lower receiver is not locked into place. Okay, you don't want to fire the gun if it's not properly locked into place. Okay, so hang on, this can be a little bit tricky, and what I advise is when you're going to do it, have this sitting on top of a table or something really solid. Hold on, right with you. It's going to take a little bit of time. Just doesn't want to go in. Now, you know how it goes, folks. You know, it'll go in easy when you're not filming, and then the minute you hit the record button, it wants to act funny. Okay, here we go. Now, here's the part. If you can see this. Alright, there we go. This pistol part here, you got it resting on something solid like a table. You got to push down real hard. Now, there's a rubber bumper that the lower receiver presses up against. Don't let that intimidate you. Just press down real hard until you see your takedown levers rise up and down, like I said, and then you hear that visible click. So here goes. Hold on. Click. There we go. Locked into place. Okay. Dum da dum. All right. There we go. Now, here's the next step. You can hold on. Can get it in camera here. Alright, this charging handle, you're gonna lock it to the rear, or it's got a little notch there. Okay, you pull, where is it? You pull this charging handle, you're gonna see a little space here in the receiver, and then you push it in to lock it to the rear. And your bolt's gonna be locked open. Now, next step is you can take your magazine, and this is a 14 shot 10mm magazine. Okay? And of course you insert it, you know, in your magazine well. And that's the beauty of it, because this is a 10mm magazine going in a 45 ACP gun. So, there we go. Hello. Alright, anyway, having done all that, I'll see you in part 2. Gonna take this thing out and we're gonna fire some rounds through it. See you in just a minute, folks.